everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Friday, March 19th, 2021. Good Friday evening to y'all on an early edition of Talking Fitchburg. If you're watching this right before the swim meet, hello. If you're watching this just when you're watching it at your own free will, hello. It doesn't change as far as welcoming you in. We're just glad to have you here with us. And we got a jam-packed show for you on this Friday. We'll get you the latest headlines here in just a moment. We're going to check in with the Fitchburg Police Department today. We'll get a police update from Chad Brecklin. Plus, take a look back at the economic impact payments. Make sure that you don't get scammed. Laura will be here and we'll share that with you as people are receiving the next edition of the stimulus payments. We want to make sure that you don't get scammed out of any of that, and we'll break that all down for you coming up. So a lot to get to here on this Friday evening. We start with in-person absentee voting hours. This is going to start next week for the April 6th spring election coming up. You'll be able to start your in-person absentee voting on March 23rd through April 2nd. The hours will be Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And they're offering two different options here for you. No matter what the case is, you do need to set an appointment. So you can come in and vote in person, or you can come in and do curbside voting as well. Either or, you got to make an appointment for this. Head to the website, Fitchburg.gov, and you can fill out the information to schedule those appointments. The last day to vote for absentee ballot at the clerk's office is Friday, April 2nd. 7:30 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. All right, we have some job openings here at the City of Fitchburg. Come join our team. We have so much fun here at the City of Fitchburg. So come and join us. We've got a lot of good positions here as well. A community center recreation coordinator just coming in here. Also, we've got groundskeeper as well, a new position here for grounds and landscaping, park and forestry assistant, planning intern, program assistant, program coordinator, public works, parks maintenance seasonal, public works utility maintenance seasonal, tennis instructor, and the United Engineer intern. No, utility engineering intern. All of those are up on the website. All you got to do is go to Fitchburg.gov and look for job openings right on the main page there on the left side, next to the voting too. So you could go to both stories. How about that? All right, moving on here. Hey, Westsiders, did you hear about the Soups On? We talked about this on Talking Fitchburg. Talked with Dame Buy Local, and the next event is coming up here. So if you haven't already, you got to get your orders in here this weekend if you're going to take part in this great fundraiser, and you can support local restaurants safely while getting some really good soup. And you're like, well, it's warming up. Well, it's still good soup, and you're still supporting people, right? So order today. DameBuyLocal.com/soups on. I don't know. If that doesn't get you to want to buy soup, I don't know what will. All right. How can I clean and disinfect my car from the COVID-19 virus? Yeah, if you have someone with a suspected or confirmed case of COVID-19 and they drove and rode in your vehicle, well, what do you do, Andrew? I don't know. Well, here's what you do. Wait as long as possible, at least several hours before cleaning and disinfecting. Follow directions on the disinfectant's label. Improve airflow when cleaning and disinfecting by opening up some windows, and disinfect high-touch surfaces like steering wheel and door handles. Wear disposable gloves and masks when cleaning and disinfecting. When's the last time you've disinfected your car? Yeah, you might want to think about doing that here as we wrap up as we continue to go through this pandemic. Things are starting to get better. I don't want to say wrap up. I'm saying wrap up because I'm almost done here. All right, Sparky turned 70. We just got to get out of this segment. Sparky turned 70 this year. Do you know who Sparky is? Well, he's pretty cool. Yeah, he turned 70 yesterday, and the Fitchburg Fire Department helped Sparky celebrate this great occasion.
Hey, Sparky. Sparky. Hey. How's it going? Doing okay today? Okay, well, I heard today was one of your big days. Is that right? It's kind of a special day? Yeah? Well, I've got some friends here that wanted to say something to you. Here, come with me.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sparky. Happy birthday. birthday to you.
Yeah, we got a couple gifts for you here too, Sparky. We got some dog treats for you. We got some prevention material to keep you safe at home. And we're hoping that you'd share those cookies with us too. Is that okay?
Hold on, Sparky.
You can share some of those with us? Yeah? All right. Well, you have a spectacular birthday, Sparky, all right?
You're a good boy, Sparky. Good boy.
All right, there you go. Celebrating 70 years, and congratulations, Sparky, helping him out, and hopefully he'll have a good birthday weekend, or as my wife say, birthday month. Whichever one you celebrate, go for it. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. Coming up next, we open up the digest. We're going to be talking about making sure you don't get scammed out on your own stimulus and stimulus checks that are coming in the mail from the government. That's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah, you just did that. Look at that. It's so sad.
It's good.
Here, put that over there. Put that over there.
Gaining weight was easy. All I had to do was sit down and eat. Losing weight's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes every step, every choice, every day very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today, a familiar face from the Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection. It's Lars Sutherland. Welcome back to the show. How are you doing today?
Hi, Jeremy. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Glad to have you back on here. And today we're going to talk about the payments that have been coming in. They're the economic impact payments. This will be related from the government giving you some stimulus money. And a lot of people might have some questions on this being legit, and it has to do with the debit card. Some people got debit cards this time, and they're probably like, why did I get a debit card from the government? And I would be asking questions like no tomorrow if I receive that. So tell us what's going on here as far as why are people receiving debit cards?
That's right. We've gotten a lot of calls, Jeremy, and we tell a lot of people to be suspicious about gift cards that come in the mail. Well, this one you're going to want. So we want to make sure people know how to identify whether it's a scam or not. So economic income payments, or we've been calling them stimulus payments, that came through the federal government and the CARES Act. We got another round of them. A lot of folks that were eligible got them through a direct deposit last time, and those direct deposits were basically made this time in January. If you didn't get a direct deposit, chances are you're going to get a check or a debit card in the mail. And it's the same thing, and it's still good money and you should use it. But some folks might be concerned whether or not they're being taken advantage of, whether it's an imposter scam. Well, it's not. So let me tell you a couple ways in which you can identify a debit card that's come from the U.S. Treasury and not a scammer. First of all, it's going to come in a white envelope, and it will have Money Network Cardholder Services on that envelope. There's also going to be a U.S. Department of Treasury seal on the envelope. When you open it up, there's going to be a card in there. It's going to be a Visa card. It'll be marked as a Visa card, and the issuing bank is MetaBank out of Omaha, Nebraska. There are no fees for the most part affiliated with using this card. There might be some if you use it out of your banking network, but you can find information about the use of this card at this website, the IRS website, EIPcard.com. There you can find information out about whether there are any fees associated. Also, this is a tax income credit, so it's not a taxable payment. So taking a look there about all the questions that you have, you should do that. And the other thing I'd say is you can visit our website at datcv.wi.gov, where we have a lot of FAQs about these debit cards. So if you get one in the mail, you can't remember everything I just said, which is possible. You go to our website, look at the FAQs, and go from there.
I'm one of those that sees just any type of card thing that comes in the mail, and I take 2 looks at it, and I'm like, nope, rip it up, throw it in the trash. Well, if you realize that you just said some identifying information that was on there, and you threw away that card, are you out a stimulus money at that point?
No, you can call. There's an 800 number you can call. It's 1-800-240-8100. And get a new card reissued. But again, you can visit our website for this information, or you can go to irs.gov, and there's also information there.
And you did mention too, for using the card as well, how you use it or what it can be used for is practically anything. But if people wanted to find out that information, where can they do that?
EIP.com. Is that right? EIP.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no,
EIP card.
Looks like, there you go. Yep.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
you say it.
No, you're right. It's EIPcard.com. Has information on how to use it, I think, which is really important. And overall, like you said, it's tax-free, which that might make people want to spend it instead of holding on to or not sure how to use it. Has there been any fraud cases related to the debit card itself, like somebody saying that this is your stimulus, but it really wasn't? Have you had any reports on that front?
We are hearing about concerns around the country of people imposing as government and taking advantage of these stimulus checks and other programs that are being stood up by the federal government in response to the pandemic. This card just got sent out, so oftentimes we don't hear about the complaints until sometime later. So just trying to get out in front of it, make sure people understand at this time this is a legitimate card. You should keep it, you should use it, you should cash it, whatever it is that you want to do.
Yeah, definitely use it. And if you got any questions, certainly you can check in with DATCP. Laura, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. We'll check back with you real soon.
Okay, thanks for having me, Jeremy.
You bet. I'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit Coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps.
Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from the Fitchburg Police Department, it's your Chief of Police, Chad Brecklin. Chad, welcome back to the show. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing today, Jeremy?
I am doing wonderful, and I'm ready to talk about some good things happening down at the police department as far as some closures on a couple of cases. And first one we just got earlier this week, and it was an arrest made on a 2020 shots fired incident. If you could walk us through this incident that took place on Post Road back in October of 2020.
Yeah, if I recall the details on this case correctly, there was obviously the shots fired incident during an evening hours, and typically there's a fair amount of activity on the Post Road corridor there with people out and about. It was still obviously, warm enough where folks could have been out and about. And if, again, I recall all the details of the case, I think one or more apartments had bullets enter them or rounds enter their apartments as well. So clearly created a significant public safety concern and the potential for some really serious outcomes, detrimental outcomes to be in play there. So our team began investigating that case as we always do, collected the evidence at the scene, was able to continue to follow up on any investigatory leads that we had. And Detective Jordan Trundle was the lead detective on this case and just continued to follow the path of leads and was able to develop additional leads and ultimately able to evaluate all those leads and the available evidence and statements that he was able to obtain, which led to probable cause to arrest an individual. We ultimately served a warrant at the address that we thought he may be at, and unfortunately he was not present when we served a warrant for his arrest. And we turned our warrant request apprehension over to the U.S. Marshals Task Force, and they were able to locate him and take him into custody in suburban Chicago recently. So he has been or will soon be extradited back to Wisconsin to face some charges for his role in this case. And again, it's a testament to the work done by our department and Detective Trundle in particular, where in times with these cases, there's not a lot of information or evidence to go on, and they just kind of hit a dead end and nothing happens, or because there's nothing to be able to do with this. But he was able to keep at it, was able to keep identifying some leads and new information that was able allowed us to just continue working this case. And you can see now, about 6 months later, it's come to an arrest, and somebody's going to be held accountable for endangering our community.
Yeah, it definitely does. There's a lot of work behind the scenes, and I know it's not easy going through all those steps, and but nice to hear some follow up on that. So the process still continues. I think that maybe for somebody who doesn't know, so you still got to go, to the next phase of heading into court and that sort of thing. For anybody in general. So if you're working any case, we're going to talk about a different case here, but same thing. And once you do make the arrest and stuff, what happens in that time frame then from arrest, booked in Dane County Jail, or wherever the case may be, and going through court?
Yeah, it's a very good point, Jeremy, that just because an arrest is made does not cease our involvement in the process. And there is still oftentimes evidence to continue to examine and evaluate. There's still potentially additional witnesses or other follow-up statements to obtain from victims as well, or other acquaintances and associates of the people involved. And, there's also digital evidence that's oftentimes examined, maybe even additional search warrants and or subpoenas are executed. And then there's the preparation for the trial itself, oftentimes, which can take, maybe a day, and depending on the seriousness of the case, could take as much as maybe a week or more. And then, of course, the trial takes place, and depending on the nature of the incident, it could be multiple day trial as well. So definitely a lot of things that go into these investigations, and there's always plenty to do on the investigatory side, all the way through prosecution.
No, I appreciate you explaining that. I think it's important to know that it's all, it's a process, and it just takes time. So speaking of taking time, in another case coming in early March here, an investigation leads and jury, this one now all the way through conviction, convicts a man of sex trafficking of minors, but started with a call right here in Fitchburg. Tell us a little bit about this case.
Yeah, so this is a multi-year investigation led by Detective Jeff Wissink. And of course, our department was initially involved in this case where, we were informed that a teenage or minor female may be the victim of sex trafficking. Through investigatory work, Jeff and a team of investigators was ultimately able to make some significant inroads with several victims of sex trafficking to get statements from them, provide resources to them, and really help try to guide them to the best extent possible. And when I say guide, it's not the right term, but support them as this investigation went through. And it ultimately, there were many trips out of state. There were many meetings with victims, many opportunities for additional resources provided. And this multi-jurisdictional investigatory team was ultimately able to arrest an individual and seek charges on this person in federal court, and then work with the federal court to seek prosecution and a conviction. And this is an example of, again, a case where we're extremely dedicated to continuing to pursue an investigation in these cases. Sex trafficking is a problem in our community in the Madison metropolitan area and throughout the nation. Without a doubt, it is something that is really affecting some individuals, and people are being taken advantage of. And this is an incident where we were able to do our part to do what we can to ensure the safety of victims, and then also hold someone accountable in order to ideally prevent him from victimizing additional minors over time. So again, it's a testament to the hard work that Jeff and the rest of our team put in, and as well as other law enforcement agencies, and we were able to secure that federal conviction.
Yeah, great work again by all parties, and I keep hearing you say multi-jurisdictional, teams coming together, and that's part of public safety through and through. Teaming up, working together, using the resources. Definitely plays a big role, Chad, in anything that you're doing. You're willing to bring in whoever you need to bring in to get the job done.
Yeah, we definitely are. We've got really great relationships with our law enforcement partners in this area. And, with the mobility of society and technology and everything, this activity isn't just limited to Fitchburg. It's, as you can see in this investigation, we're talking multiple state investigation here. So clearly we don't always have the resources also available, to tackle a significant investigation on our own. And as you said, we call in the available resources, and it also allows us to share that information about what's happening with this particular case and determine what other activities people may have been up to in other jurisdictions that could also be criminal in nature.
Yeah, no, it's good to learn. Another great thing, learning a little bit more into kind of how things work in the police department. Finally, a shout out to it was International Women's Day earlier in the month, and a nice photo was shared. Almost all the women officers of Fitchburg Police Department were in the photo, but as you kind of look in police world, we know it's hard or more jobs for police officers are definitely out there, and the men and women that serve are amazing. But when you look at the women officers that are sworn in here, or even just part of the department, how do you summarize as we look at celebrating women's achievements and in the police department?
No, we are absolutely very proud of all of our police officers, and obviously our women police officers were recognized on International Women's Day. We've been very fortunate to have just under 20% of our sworn staff are women, and that is something that we're very proud of. It brings a diversification to our department that is quite necessary. It's great to have different experiences and different perspectives and different approaches to solving problems. And, that's can be gender-based, it can be race-based and culturally based and life experience-based and all of these things. And this is just another way where we're trying to have the best team assembled here in Fitchburg. And, we're going to continue to hire great candidates. And, obviously we would hope to grow the percentage of women that we have here serving in our department. and look for other ways to utilize their skills and abilities. And it's something that we're really proud of, and we're going to continue to try to improve and enhance.
Chad, we got a good team here in Fitchburg, don't we, on the police department?
Yeah, we really do. I mean, everybody that is here has a desire to serve, which is important, and people are in it for the right reasons. And we've just tried to do the best that we can in our hiring decisions. And we've been fortunate between that and trying to establish a positive culture and maintain that. We've been very fortunate. Now, there's always work to do. There is always room for constant improvement, and I am by no means saying that the Fitchburg Police Department is perfect, because we are human beings, but we certainly strive to be the best that we can be, and I'm really proud of the work that we do and the people that we have here.
Yeah, I'm too. Again, a little partial to you guys in public safety, but by far, just from all the times we've spent together talking and sharing the information coming out of the department, a lot of great things happening there. As you totally exposure out there, buddy. I guess it's time for you to go. The light is lifting you up here.
Yeah, every now and then my camera wants to create that excessive light. So
yep. I know that was the signal to stop right there and move on. So
I'll have to work with our local cable access channel to fix the settings in my camera. Apparently,
we'll get you a new web camera and and other things to make your life a little bit easier. Chad, thank you so much for the time going through everything today. Stay safe out there, and we look forward to having you back in next month.
Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate it.
You betcha. Chad Brecklin, your chief of police. Check the website and Facebook page to stay up on the latest on what's happening on the department. And Chad will be back next month. Check in, and we'll be talking summer and spring stuff by then. So, all right, we'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things. 2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks. Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh, no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator. My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school. Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for the day. I want to thank all of our guests for being on the show, including Chad Brecklin and Laura Sutherland from Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection. Appreciate both of their time and willingness to be on the show and provide you great information from both areas. All right, as we wrap up, remember tonight, 5:30, right after this 5 o'clock show, if you're watching at 5 tonight, you got the swim meet with the Verona Area School District girls swim team. If you're not watching that, well, then you can stay on this. Yeah, Facebook, YouTube. We got you covered all weekend long. Yeah, I know it's basketball weekend, so I'll give you a short pass to go and watch some basketball because I'm going to as well. But you know where we're at. Have a good weekend, everybody.